That's where you're losing money. That's where you're pissing away money, essentially. And you have to make some decisions. But that also applies for hiring decision. I don't hire more people if my coverage on the existing reps is it's just too low. Why would I? So yeah, I mean, I think it's a tough thing. To your point about a balance between the art and math, it's almost like a comp. You know
Yeah.
how you define the quota, right? Like like it's a similar thing. It's just you have to have a nice dance, right?
Well, how fast times have changed though, right? Because you say, and I talk to sales leaders all the time now, but it said exactly what you just said. If I don't have enough coverage, I'm not hiring more people. That is not what companies were doing 3 or 4 years ago, right? Like,
No,
not at
opposite.
all. 40 or 50% sales attainment, who cares?
Throw salespeople at it.
Yeah, exactly. If I get incremental advancements and that continues this insane growth path, screw efficiency, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And it's changed so much in a short period of time.
Well, just pragmatic approach to the cash flow management. That's what it is, in the end, right? If you press them, they're gonna squeeze.
I'd love to hear Demetrius continue to nerd out on ramp periods, but I am curious to hear a little bit more about what your customers look like or who's a good fit for the tool. It sounds like growth companies are often using it. I'm guessing mostly SaaS style companies, but what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's mostly SaaS house companies, recurring revenue companies is how we've sort of optimized the tool. We typically now work with growth stage companies because they're going through there's key characteristics that really make them a good fit. One is they are always in the midst of raising more, and so they're undergoing more and more scrutiny on like what does your planning process really look like, and tell me about not just a year out but 2 years out. Like how do you envision the business? And we are a perfect tool to drop in and help with that kind of modeling. But the other thing is, like, if you look at this new wave of companies coming up and going back to what Demetrius just was talking about with just efficiency mindset, they don't want to hire and go to market a ton of non-quota carriers, right? Like, so this notion of building up RevOps teams of 10, 15, 20, it's not going to carry forward. And I know RevOps is growing. I'm a big fan of the professional role, and we work with a lot of them. But like this notion of having these very large teams that are in the support apparatus, it's going to be hard in today's world to justify that. And so it's a matter of like, will we have those people? Absolutely. But can we help them be more productive on a person by person basis? That's where we kind of shine.
I think that's kind of the whole notion of us doing this podcast is like there needs to be tools that make all the go to market teams more efficient.